Hi everyone. Now we'll start the third topic of module 2, the types of ad tag. As defined in my previous video, what is the ad tag? Now we'll talk about the types of ad tag. And as I mentioned in my previous video, that ad tag is solely responsible to render a respective creatives or you know the image or videos onto the publisher's website. So once you have traffic your campaign, there are around six different types of tags that comes out. First one being the standard, the second one being the iframe in JavaScript, third one is JavaScript, then fourth one is prefetch, the fifth one is internal redirect, then sixth one is a click tracker, and the seventh one is a tracking ad. So once the type of creative that you're selecting for your campaign, according to that, you have to use these types of tag to get implemented onto the publisher's website. Now let's first talk about the types of creative that what you can traffic within DoubleClick. We can traffic a normal image as well. We can traffic HTML asset. We can traffic rich media creatives. We can traffic in-stream, which is also known as a video creatives. We can also post VPay and tracking creatives. So first, you need to understand the different types of creatives which is available in the market and what type of creatives is supported within DoubleClick Campaign Manager. In the course material, I have given the different types of creatives that is supported in DoubleClick. I will first request the user just to go through each types of creative and see that what type of creative is supported in DoubleClick, because that will give you a fair idea, okay, what type of creative or what type of campaign is good for you or good for your advertiser. So once you have selected that what type of creative you would be using to render your ads, depending upon that, you have to make a selection on the types of tag that you want to implement onto the publisher website. The standard ad tag can render only one cross one image, which is generally used for tracking ads. We have iframe in JavaScript. So iframe is, so let's take example, if some publisher has given you an ad slot which is actually in an iframe, then you have to use this iframe and JavaScript option uh, to implement your ads or implement your creative or render your creative onto that particular publisher website. JavaScript is especially used for some security purposes. So let's take example, if your advisor is a banking advertiser and doing some business, and they don't want the iframe because iframe is sometimes is vulnerable towards the hacking and security threats. So they use JavaScript, and JavaScript can render image assets. They can also render the HTML creatives. They can also render rich media creative, but they can't render the video creative, VPaid, or the tracking creatives. Now we'll talk about the prefetch creatives. Prefetch creative is especially is a type of a ad tag which is just solely used to render the in-stream video ads and the VPaid ads. So if you see, I have given the block that okay, in-stream and VPaid can be rendered. Internal redirect can send image asset, HTML, rich media, but they can't render in-stream, VPaid, or tracking creative. Internal redirect types of tag. These tags is used for especially if you really want to have a very refined reporting and you want to make sure that your ads are getting rendered onto the right publisher. You want to make sure the brand safety is involved and you want to implement a lot of third-party integration of serving, then yes, this particular types of ad tag is really good for those advertisers. Click tracker is Click tracker and tracking ads are a type of ad which I will explain in later in the modules, that why tracking ads is used and what is the purpose of a tracking ad. And if you are using a tracking ad, then yes, you'll be using this specific type of tags to render the tracking or impression trackers onto different platforms or onto the publisher website. For each type of tags, I have mentioned in the course material will request the user to just go and click onto the link. That's the Google supported support page, where they have defined the complete types of creative supported within DoubleClick, and also the different types of ad tag which is given in detail onto the Google support site. I have highlighted this into the course material. I would request the user to just go through every link, and if they have some questions or doubt, they can leave onto the comment section. I would love to go ahead and answer those questions. Thank you.